Well, this is the opening credits. This is when we, after episode 1, we went out and did the opening credits, and we did it in the backyard in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, I was there. I think I was running the camera. Pretty much you set the shots. I just ran the camera while we got the shots.
I think it was pretty cute. I wish we wouldn't have had as much blood in it. I had a few comments about.
Really?
Yeah.
It was just too much, or what? I mean, what's
The one that comes towards the camera.
Oh yeah.
Episode 2, Damnedable guitar.
This was
We're in McGregor.
This actually was a perfect location. We couldn't ask for a better location.
Yeah.
And the guy who owns the gold shop is in the background.
There is Hokey making his camera debut
Yeah.
on Cowboy and Lucky.
This is
A little less gray in your beard there, too.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
I see that. Got the old glasses going. Forehead eye surgery. I'm still just as fat though, so that's consistent. I'm consistent there.
It's funny
With
that,
the gold chains and stuff, you look like a pawn shop owner.
Yeah, I do.
golly, you had no gray in your hair.
That's crazy. God, that's just a few short years too.
You didn't have much, and my chinny chin hairs are solid white now
Yeah,
compared to
yeah,
that.
that's exactly right.
They are.
And of course, there is the gold shop owner. I guess he does run the pawn jewelry. Now, did we use him for that reason, or do we just need another character?
I don't remember why we used him there. I don't know if it was
Oh,
on
you know
purpose.
what? Remember, we shot this out of order. So
I think we had already used him, and we went, man, he'd be good as that. And we talked about this.
Oh,
We talked about we only used him, but he saw the gold, so
yeah.
because there's Kaylee, and we know that she was coming back to try to sell the gold.
And if you didn't see it, a Vampire Slayers
Yeah,
shirt.
that's my shirt from Vampire Slayers.
1-800-SLAYER.
Oh, this is when you fall in the garbage.
Yeah.
I forgot about this. It actually was pretty cool.
And we put all them boxes there, I believe. And I
Yeah.
hit the ground
You
right
put,
there.
Yeah, y'all put those there. The whole idea behind this episode was to introduce Kaylee as Delia into the whole thing, and so why would she be part of y'all's
Yeah.
team? In reality, these two, 40-year-old dudes hanging around with a 16-year-old didn't make a lot of sense. So we came up with this idea of she's a runaway homeless.
I can't believe you drank and ate that stuff either.
Yeah, out of the trash.
Yeah, it's nasty.
It was actually still pretty good. And for all those that are new to this, Cowboy and Lucky are brothers. So there might be a few people that are hopefully watching that are seeing our commentary, and they are brothers. Actually, I was going to try to do
Poor
that flip.
fence.
Oh, we got to use the river.
Yeah.
One good thing about Kaylee, she can sing. So we never had to come in and revoice, anything.
Yeah.
And I don't think people really understand. We've only got 5 people standing there. I think it's just
that day, I doubt
Robert,
it was that many.
It was-
Rez,
This was during a week. I remember this was a weekday. It was me.
Rez.
I think Rez.
Rez shot the Steadicam.
And that might be it.
I wasn't there. And the guy she bumped into was in the web series.
Yeah.
He lost his daughter to a wolf.
Well, I remember him. We really liked him. We wanted to use him more. But every role we could come up with
We had
was
to
too
careful.
rated R for him.
Yeah.
Like he worked at Baylor.
Right.
And so hopefully we get to use him again because he was pretty good and good to work with. And
Once
this-
again, we're down on location by the suspension bridge. And the cool thing about everything is being able to shoot wherever we want, when we want.
Yeah.
You just don't get that anywhere else in your LA, New York, Austin, Dallas, whatever.
Yeah, we've used corners, run around with guns, and
Yeah.
and
Gone the
we,
wrong
we
way.
have to let them know where we are.
Gone the wrong way on one-way streets.
Courthouse steps, as you see later.
This is literally just that gas station right there at
Yeah, right off
I
the highway,
35
and
and
Valero.
like 5th or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
And background on Delia is kind of a runaway. Her parents,
Right.
or her mom, kind of kicked her out.
You find out in the movie that her mom's a drug addict and she ran away from all
Yeah.
that stuff. In the series, we never really explained it, just that her mom, she just ran away.
And in this scene, she wants to come home, but her mom's like, no.
Yeah. Horrible. And the mom's voice is actually
Yeah, Stephanie is playing the mom's voice.
Yeah.
And she's standing right over there reading
Yeah.
while she's doing it. So.
Exactly.
And this is our ode to, I remember our pop flashes, and she kept walking closer and closer. What movie did we watch, Hoke? It might have been The Devil's Rejects when they were walking on the highway.
Well, the reason why we did that there.
It took too long.
Yeah, the reason we did that was because it was such a long shot. And so I thought, well, we'll just use it to make it dramatic. And so we did the plot flashes to sort of shorten the shot, make it dramatic, all that kind of stuff.
Jorge's Bar.
Jorge's Bar. We're
That-
off of, here's old Rusty.
That's another place we've used more than once.
Yeah.
It's in Thought on Chain. It substitutes as Mexico.
Yep.
Thought
And
on
we're
Chain.
right off of 35, off 77.
Yeah.
So,
Here, Gravy. There's
his
Gravy's
gravy. There's his-
debut.
Jordan Pollock.
Yeah.
M. Jordan Pollock.
which Jordan has been in everything we've done, you know.
The great talent.
Pretty much. There's Becky, who owns the Little Monkey if you're in Waco.
Is it Purple Monkey?
No, it's Little Monkey,
Little
right?
Monkey.
Just Little
yeah.
Monkey?
I think it's Little Monkey, right?
So if you're around Waco and go see Becky, the Little Monkey,
And if you ever want to put together
a
a
trip.
trip,
Yeah.
she goes on one about every other week.
Well, remember, her character's name was Madman. It's supposed
Yeah.
to be a big,
dude.
fat Mexican dude.
Yep. We couldn't find,
Couldn't find the big, fat Mexican dude for whatever reason. And
That
we
should've
decided to
been
make
easy.
it Becky. But we just kept the name Madman. And we just made it like they were like lovers or whatever.
Yeah.
Who the hell are you? Delia Cash.
And for me, the hardest part for the production team is lighting.
Yes.
Keeping it consistent. You know, you see in the wide, he doesn't have much light on his face.
Yeah.
You go into the close up and has it, but that's in
Well,
all.
we
that's
did
in all
we did
production.
that like in Bad Boys 2 with Will Smith. So we did the same thing where you can see the reflector and
But
his
that's
glasses.
kind of where I
but
was
yeah.
going with it. Is it happens in big productions, just hard to do.
Yeah,
That I do want to sing. So I mean, singing.
got that big red.
Sing, then yeah. Unless, can I play?
This was writing for Delia into the series was tough because we wanted to get Kaylee involved and all that kind of stuff, and trying to figure out ways to keep
Okay, I'll make you a deal.
this 16-year-old girl character involved with Cowboy and Lucky was very difficult.
Every dish in
It was not an easy thing to do.
Product placement's easy to do, which
Yeah.
we'll be doing with Coke now.
Yeah,
Right.
And the new.
And I'm actually drinking a Coke right now, and it is very refreshing.
Bringing
you
up the
throw that
new.
in there.
Good job. It was well
And they
done.
also can buy a Coke at Cinema Lounge.
Yeah.
I hear
Yes,
tell.
yes.
I hear tell you can do that.
And if you're a designated driver, you get them free all night.
Well, there you
So
go.
it's a heck of a deal.
One of the best parts on the whole series was we did get a lot of extras.
Yeah.
And this was one of them.
Oh,
Big
yeah, I
shout out
forgot.
to
We
the
had, like-
Rough Riders who came out.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I remember that.
Fonzo and those guys.
Cowboy's drunk. Got peanuts on his face.
He gets an epic kiss.
Yep.
It's here in a little while. Did you really slip her the old tongue when you did this?
No, she did me. That was the deal.
And hey, here, the part about this is you'll have to turn up the volume when it gets to that, to where they can hear it.
Oh yeah, it's a.
So we'll get quiet during the kiss where y'all
Yeah,
can
you
actually
can hear
hear it, because it's pretty
it's
good.
pretty intense. You know, one of the things I got commented on from people was like, who was it? Somebody told me like, I can't believe that y'all are portraying Cowboy and Lucky as like sex symbols. They're just regular looking dudes. I said, well, that's kind of the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just symbols.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
round.
Because we would
Round
always have
symbol.
like, that's the reason why Cowboy's girlfriends in the series were never like 10s. They
Yeah.
were never like these awesome.
Oh, here it
gorgeous-
goes. All right, everybody quiet. Here it comes.
Puts the gun. That's classic. I actually had that happen before.
And here it comes. And Karen Malone did a great job.
Good job, Karen.
She's actually a way better looking lady than
Oh yeah.
she looks on screen.
Dear
'cause
God, yes.
She comes in later on. She does. I think she went on to do some stage play stuff
I think so. with
and
the
got an
city, yeah.
agent in New York. I don't know if it
Yeah.
ever played out.
I don't know what she's up to now, but she turned on the acting bug after she worked with us big time.
That happens. I mean, such top-notch productions as we
Sure.
put on.
Sure.
You always got to think it's pretty cool that we're at a. This is really in Waco. It's this. I would call it a Mexican bar,
It's pretty much a
but
Mexican
that's
bar.
Mexican bar.
Tejano,
Jorge's
whatever.
Tejano.
Yeah.
We got all Rough Rider bikers. We've got a black guy runs the karaoke and the white girl sings.
Yeah.
So we covered everything as
Everything.
much as we
We're
possibly
inclusive
Yeah.
bunch. And
I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna agree.
can. Yeah, that's got to be a good thing.
Yeah, well, this series had everything. We had every race represented we could
Yeah.
get. Had gays,
had it all.
transgender,
It did
you
not
name
matter.
it. It's in this series.
And then we had actors that were those too.
Exactly. This was a difficult scene to edit because her song was way longer than what we needed, or something
Yeah.
like that, or was it too short? It's one or the other, and we had to cut it up. At
It
some
was
point.
long, and
Yeah, I think it was long.
Yeah, it was difficult.
if you see, nobody's paying attention at
Yeah.
first. They're not
until
used
she
to that.
starts singing.
And then
Yeah.
she kind of gets their attention, and
It was a crowd that's really, they're very reflective. Just hearing her sad song, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, I get life now.
and once again, a live recording of her just singing that
Yeah.
song with a microphone
Yeah,
hanging over the top of her.
pretty cool shots in here.
Of the blonde back there,
Yeah,
she doesn't move much.
she did. She did.
Her performance was just wooden. Pretty
So
stiff. Well, talk to him about Russell about the camera. We talked in the last one about the fixed lens, and like now we've shot this now with our cameras. Now this would not look the same.
No, there'd
Like-
be so much more.
Tell them about Delta Field.
Yeah, there'd be so much more depth of field. If you watch a lot of TV shows and movies now, you see when they're up close, you cannot recognize nothing in the background. It's so out of focus.
Right.
And that's to make sure your actor, the audience, is focused on the actor.
Yeah.
And with the new equipment we got now, the new cameras, we're able to do that with the lenses here. Robert was on a Steadicam floating around, so he
Right.
doesn't have, he's not able to run the focus and everything then. I think Jason's on the Steadicam back here.
Well, that was one of the, technically, you always get feedback. When you do a show, a local production like us, you get feedback from friends and whatnot. And, that was one of the things come back. It's like, well, it looks a little different. Well, that's because that's the reason why it looks
Yeah.
different. The shots are the same. The composition is the same than you'd see in anything else. It looks different because of those lenses.
And at least Cowboy got the peanuts off his face.
Yeah, and I don't know how
before
he woke
came
up.
there.
And now he's drunk.
We should use Drunk Cowboy a lot more than we ever did. Drunk Cowboy's a
And
funny cowboy.
I just knocked over the wooden girl.
Oh, yeah, he did.
I think Gravy was the only person that always asked for real alcohol on set. It's like, you just drink a Coke, dude.
There's
Behind Lolita's,
Shameless Daylight Donuts plug.
Yep. Now, isn't that
because they
Gar-
gave us breakfast.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Was that Gary's Jeep?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. Sure was.
And it's pretty cool, Here's Cowboy wanting to chew his arm off to get away from the one night stand.
And I think we're in, did we say where we were? In Lolita's Alley?
Yeah.
Once again?
Yeah, Lolita's Alley.
Oh, and he has a sheetrock saw, or a tree saw, whatever it is.
And Lucky just magically knows where Cowboy is.
He's got a tracking device on him, I think.
He got one of those dog microchips
Yeah.
put on Cowboy. What's funny is he's really upset about his guitar.
Yeah.
Cowboy never plays ever in the series ever. Not even one. Doesn't
even hold it. Only
doesn't
time
even talk about music.
I'm thinking he only picks it up one time, holds it when he was going to hit her with it.
Right.
But he sure is attached to this object that he never uses.
Loves
ever.
it. Loves it. I thought this was funny. I heard she did a good job on pushing her by the face.
Yeah. Food is another common thread
Yeah.
in Cowboy and Lucky. I always figured that Cowboy was like Scooby-Doo, was always hungry. And then when you get to know, and that's before I knew Russ that well. And now that I know Russell, that he's literally always hungry.
Yes.
Like that was not acting.
Oh, yeah. We're back in McGregor now. I magically went from the alley of Lolitas to McGregor.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. These guys, that's the third time he's ran into her.
Small town.
Small town.
Small town. This was hard to shoot because they're actually people
Highway.
car
Yeah.
washing.
Yeah, they
too.
wouldn't stop.
And all the traffic on 84.
Yeah. This was hard, man. Difficulty of editing is a common thread throughout the series.
Yes.
We got smarter on that in the movies.
Be still. I just want to talk to you.
Let me go or I'll scream rape.
What the hell's wrong with you? You got some sort of sick mind?
Cowboy like there's some hicks too. I forgot them being so hick. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? Do that.
And, practicing how to be a hick takes years.
This is lifetime research. Food, once again.
Once again, we're into the food.
A lot of
And-
extras again.
Yeah.
Mostly, this is kind of hoax group here.
Yeah, it was.
That's
remember?
right.
It was
Because
Lee and
that was
everybody.
Lee from Preacher Dad. RJ was in the back, my son.
Another instant classic.
Another
by-
Preacher Dad.
Look,
That was awesome.
Cowboy's got a hangover because he pushed his food away. You know that's not true.
Yeah, there's nothing true with that.
He could have ate that for sure.
Yeah.
The
And
hardest part with food is not. You have to eat it really slow and
Yeah.
fake eat.
Yeah.
If not, it disappears and you go back and reshoot it. So
And
if you see, eat a lot of tortillas and
Yeah.
Just little
Fake
fake
drink a lot,
nibbles. Yeah.
Didn't she pour a bunch of sugar in that?
I think so. This is another one. We would shoot completely different now.
Totally.
We didn't
agree.
have enough footage at all. This was a really tough one, especially the ending. The last shot is like really difficult because it's like she just quits acting. I think,
Yeah.
and I had like nothing to cut up to from.
Yeah, you see it.
But Lolita's is in the first 2 episodes. I didn't realize. I forgot they were in both.
I will say this:
We're famous.
after watching one of my favorite series, The Shield, where the background is so blown out, they do it also on Sons of Anarchy. We might have set that trend because we did that way before then, or not The Shield, but
This is one of the few times Cowboys get kind of serious. He's a little bit serious in this whole hungover
Yeah.
scene. It doesn't have. This is like the only time you ever get
I
serious.
think it was just because he had a headache.
after the laughing. Remember, we're making fun of his name.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Gravy.
yeah, potatoes and gravy.
Hombre. There's Kai. Is it Kai and who's in the back with him?
I think Rez is running camera.
Yeah, I think this is another weekday shoot
Yeah.
that we did.
Had to get up and shoot lights out of the ceiling, remember?
Yeah,
They put the light where we could get light on that table.
Yeah, that was.
I'm OJ.
Watch how quickly Lucky gets his gun out.
Well, the reason is I had it behind and it took so long, kept getting it tied in my shirt. So when I go eat from now on, I just put it in my,
And you
just
laugh.
set it on my lap.
Well, I tell you what, man, that's the one good thing. Not one person in the bar turned to look like,
Yeah.
oh crap, man.
I think Lucky really would have blown his brains out.
There's a possibility.
If it's
Still might.
still my. Actually.
The military.
But yeah, that's soccer mom's boy sitting back there, which you'll
Yeah.
see later on.
Yeah.
Madman.
Becky
pushing her
trying to
chair,
be all tough.
being rough and tough.
Can I get some more coffee?
All right, this last shot, I think she just quits acting, and I had to like do something to edit. I can't remember what I did. I just remember there's something about this last shot.
Hey.
I got a question.
Shoot.
What's your name anyway?
Delia.
Oh, that's
That's
so.
what her name. She just says one
Yeah.
name.
Just Delia.
Just still, yeah. But I remember her going, "Oh my God, that's so much sugar."
So yeah, that ending where you see that punches in a little closer on her, that's actually from the same shot. I had to just punch it in and post a little bit because we didn't have another angle, and she said something else. And anyway, it was just kind of a hard scene to edit. So anyway, that's the episode.
Yeah, that was a good one. I thought that was cute. Well, that's the end of episode 2. Damnedable guitar. I think that's what it was, wasn't it?
That Damnedable guitar.
That Damnedable guitar.
Yeah.
So get ready, folks. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be doing episode 3.